Okay, this is just a quick update on what I've been doing lately on the model maker's lathe. I'm going to call this part 2.5. What I've tested, or how I tested it, and the aftermath of the test, and a little autopsy. So let me move the camera in and show you my setup, and then we'll go from there. All right, here's the setup that I used to test. I wanted to play to see if this thing would actually work cutting metal. I have my tool steel, 1/8" square, bolted the lathe body down to the shopsmith, shimmed up on sheets of plywood, and then clamped to the weigh tubes just to hold it in place, just to give it a little test. And you can see it's taken apart because I learned a lot of interesting things. The first thing I learned was I'm horrible with the camera. I lost all the footage, all of it. It just didn't come out. I don't know where it is. It's in the ether somewhere. So you don't get to see that. But I made a first cut, and I turned this down about half thickness. And then that worked out pretty nice. So I figured I would flip this over to the other side and try it again. You know, change the tool around and all that stuff. And in the process of doing that, something broke. And I know what it is now, but I didn't know at the time. And it sounded like hell. The whole harmonics of it changed, and it was not very pleasant. But I did realize, let's see if I can zoom this in, that this piece here, well, you can't see it, but because I drilled this hole in the wrong place, it should be over there so that it's kind of centered in here, but I drilled it in the wrong spot. There's no way to hold this steady, and it was dancing all over the place. Here, let me show you see if I can bring this in without making you sick. Let's see, this screw hole has no screw in it. Ooh, let's get you centered here. Doing this freehand, it's just, there it is. So the whole thing was moving. It was dancing around, and it kind of ugly. This worked fine. The across, it's a little bit tight, but this worked great. But because of this being in line with this hole here, can you see that? Yeah, I think you can. Oh, you get the idea. There it is. I'll put your finger on it. There, that hole. This thing doesn't bolt down, so I'm gonna have to reset these two screws over, and maybe that'll hold it until I make a new piece, if I make a new piece. Still not sure if I like this or not, but I'm having fun. Okay, let's go back to the bench and I'll show you the carnage. Okay, I took this off of, let's move this where you can see it. Because as I was moving the tool around and tightening back up the tool post, I heard a pop. And if you look at that, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's no longer straight. It broke. Here, let's see if I can tighten this down, and maybe I can heighten the, there you go. There. I don't know if you can see that or not. Here, let's do it sideways. It's bent. It's not bent, it broke. would snap. I didn't know what the snap was. Presented the tool to the metal again, and it made just a horrendous noise, a squeal. So, pull this off. I don't know if you can see this or not, but here. It's already broken. It doesn't matter. I'll show you this. There. Right there. It snapped. So, got to make a new tool post. And what I learned was this is a little bit, the slot is a little too wide, and it allows the tool to move left and right, north and south, like that. So I need to make this closer to an 1/8 inch. It's a little bit, I know I didn't measure it. It's more than 1/8 of an inch wide. So I need to make it a tighter fit for the tool, and I need to be more centered. It didn't make the middle, so it's thinner on this side and this side. And then what was the other problem with it? Well, whatever, it snapped. We'll pull this out and give you a close-up of the brake. There's the broken piece. Right there. If you can see it or not, I don't know. You can see that. Right? Yeah. Snap. Okay. This is how I held it into the body. I took the bolt and I just filed it to match the countersink that I drilled in the back. So that just sets in there like that. Tighten it down. Good to go. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's the way I did it. Well, class, what did we learn from the postmortem? I'm not very precise. Lack of precision bit me with this. Lesson learned. Make the new one a little bit smaller and then file up to 1/8 of an inch. Don't start at 1/8 of an inch and smooth it out. So got that. This worked surprisingly well. Here, let me hold it up where you can see it. The mounting, because once it was in and bolted down, didn't move. It broke, but it didn't move. It held consistently wherever I put it, so that's a plus. The other half of this slide here, the part that fits into here, into these dovetails, this half of it here that fits in there, that's on the lathe body over there, needs to be tightened down better. Well, I hope you enjoyed this update and seeing what I've been learning playing with this thing. Unfortunately, I lost all the footage for the actual cutting, but you got to see the aftermath. And I hope the people that know something about metalworking are being entertained by this, because, you know, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it. And I hope you're having fun watching me. So, you know, if you like it, thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. Comment. If you have any suggestions other than give up and don't change your day job and those kinds of things, you know, leave a comment. Even if it's, hey, what the hell? What are you doing? You got nothing better to do? Well, I'll answer that before you post it. No, I don't. Bye for now. See you on the next one.